When you see new neighbors move in next door to you, what comes across your mind? Does anything about sex offenders come across your mind? Well, it comes across mine because I have 2 kids, and I worry about stuff like that. It's a really, really scary thought. There is a whole lot of sex offenders out there, and some are not even registered, and that's really scary. According to Andrew Klein, what is considered abuse is what, according to him, it's what time period is being considered and re-abuse determined, and whether or not the re-abuse is confined to the abuser's original victim. I read a story about a 53-year-old man that raped a 6-year-old girl at her home in March. Later, she went to the hospital. She was treated with a sexually transmitted disease called gonorrhea. No kids should have to go through this. Another name for sex offenders is pedophiles. They prey on the youth. It could be from any age. And pedophiles could be at any age. They can be old, they can be in their 20s, 30s, it doesn't matter. But these poor kids out here are getting their innocence taken away at an early age. And I believe that somehow we need to stop this. As a parent with 2 babies, it scares me every day that what this world is coming to. According to Franklin, who wrote the pedophile crackdown 2 week, as many as 1 in 3 girls and 1 in 7 boys is going to be sexually abused at some point in their childhood. These pedophiles, they seek kids on Facebook and MySpace and Twitter and Instagram and all these social medias. You can't really trust any of it. They pose as teenagers, as kids, but really they're men in their 30s trying to get your children by themselves so they can have their way with them. This needs to be stopped, and we need to crack down on them. They need to register as sex offenders, and according to Blumenthal, he says the great danger to children is people lying about their names and their ages and posing as teenagers when really they are older. A man named Miller, who is a member of the Fort Shawnee Village, started up a campaign to mark the cars of sex offenders by marking them with a special colored license plate, and I think that's a really, really good idea. Miller says, if you read the Scarlet Letter, the woman in it, they made her wear the red A. That's the idea. Have like a pink license plate on the cars so you'll know who they are. They can look normal, which is very, very scary. It's usually people that your children trust, like teachers, preachers, coaches. They take them to the parks, and just it's very, very, very scary. It can even be family members. The sex offenders, the violators, they think registering as a sex offender, it violates their rights. Which, in my opinion, they have no rights. If they're going to do that to a little baby or a little kid, their rights need to be taken away. They're taking the innocence of these babies away. We need to take their rights away. There need to be harsher punishments for these sex offenders. some judges, they go easy on them. I've known people who go to jail for theft, like minor theft charges, and they get more time and harsher punishments than sex offenders do. And it's just crazy to me. That's just really crazy. So we need to really buckle down and really show that as parents, we're not standing for it anymore. And as parents, it's our duty to protect our babies and protect everybody else's. Because we're all parents, you know, we want what's best for all these kids. I know personally someone who's been sexually abused, and it has changed their lives forever. There's not a day that doesn't go by when they don't think about that. And I'm asking, please, we need to have harsher punishments. We need to make sure they register. And even the different color license plates, that's a really, really, really good idea. So I have this graph on my computer. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it shows sex offender statistics, and it says the number of sex offenders nationwide. In the U.S. is 747,408. Ones under supervision is 265,000. And it goes down to states with highest rate of sex offenders. There's Delaware with 517, Oregon, Vermont, Michigan, and it goes on and on. If you're interested in seeing this, it's at www.statisticbrain.com if you ever want to check it out. And I feel that it's very, very, very important when you see somebody move in that's new that you don't know to please check and see if they are a registered sex offender. We gotta take care of our babies and keep them innocent as long as possible. Thank you.